You might not realize it, but the way you spend your morning, what you eat, how you move, even what you think, could be quietly shaping your brain's future. And after age 60, every small decision adds up. Memory lapses might seem like just a normal part of aging, forgetting names, misplacing your keys, or wondering why you walked into a room. But recent studies show that some of the most powerful tools to protect memory loss aren't high-tech or expensive. They're simple daily habits that anyone can adopt. In fact, brain scientists are now pointing to a handful of everyday routines that can significantly reduce your risk of memory decline, if you know what to look for. The good news? You don't need to reinvent your lifestyle. Just a few simple tweaks to your daily routine could give your brain the support it needs to stay sharper, longer. That's why in today's video, we're walking through 5 simple but powerful brain-boosting habits that every senior should consider after 60, and how you can start doing them right now. So if you've ever felt a little more forgetful than you used to be, or you just want to stay ahead of cognitive decline, this one's for you. And make sure you stay until the end, because one of these habits may surprise you. It has nothing to do with crossword puzzles or brain games, but everything to do with how your brain actually heals itself. Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe to Stronger After 60 and click the bell so you never miss a science-backed tip for living better, longer. If memory is something you care about, type brain health in the comments so we know you're with us. Number 1. Daily walking, your brain's natural reset button. This one might sound too simple, but walking daily is one of the most underrated ways to preserve brain health after 60. In fact, neuroscientists often call it a miracle drug for memory, because walking doesn't just benefit your legs and heart, it directly nourishes your brain. When you walk, you increase blood flow to the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory formation. According to research from the University of Pittsburgh, seniors who walked 30 to 45 minutes a day had larger hippocampal volume than those who were sedentary. And larger hippocampal volume is associated with better memory retention and a lower risk of cognitive decline. What's more, walking helps reduce cortisol levels, that's your stress hormone, which is known to interfere with memory and concentration when it stays elevated too long. Walking outdoors also boosts your levels of vitamin D and dopamine, both of which support mood and focus. Here's how to make it work for you. Aim for at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Choose scenic or safe paths to make it enjoyable. If mobility is an issue, short indoor walks broken into 10-minute sessions can still help. This simple act could help you stay mentally sharp and mobile for years to come. Number 2, eat more omega-3s. Your brain is made of this stuff. Here's a surprising fact. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and the kind of fat you feed it matters. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, are a key building block of the brain. They help neurons communicate, reduce inflammation, and even support the growth of new brain cells through a process called neurogenesis. Studies have shown that older adults with higher omega-3 intake had slower brain aging and better cognitive test scores compared to those with lower levels. One particular study published in Neurology found that seniors with higher levels of DHA in their blood had a 47% lower risk of developing dementia. If you're over 60, here's how to make sure you're getting enough. Eat fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines at least twice a week. Add plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts to your meals. Consider a high-quality fish oil supplement with your doctor's okay. And remember, not all fats are created equal. Omega-3s calm inflammation, while trans fats do the opposite. More on that later. Coming up next, a habit that takes just 5 minutes in the morning, but could help keep your brain more resilient against stress, distraction, and forgetfulness. Number 3, daily mindfulness. Reset the mental noise. In a world full of distractions, smartphones, 24-hour news, endless to-do lists, it's no wonder our brains feel scattered. But here's the truth. Just 5 to 10 minutes of mindfulness practice a day can measurably improve memory, concentration, and even shrink the part of the brain that processes fear. Mindfulness is more than just meditation. It's the practice of being fully present, without judgment, in the current moment. And for seniors, it's an incredibly effective way to build cognitive resilience. Researchers from Harvard found that mindfulness training increased gray matter density in the hippocampus, the very part of the brain essential for learning and memory. Other studies show that consistent mindfulness can lower anxiety and improve working memory in adults over 60. Even better, you don't need fancy equipment or hours of silence. Here's how to get started. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath, just in and out. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring it back to your breathing. Start with 5 minutes a day and gradually build up to 10 or 15. Apps like Headspace or Calm can help, but even a quiet moment on your porch can be enough. The key is consistency. Mindfulness doesn't just calm your nerves, it strengthens your brain's ability to focus, store, and retrieve memories. Number 4. Smart breakfasts. Fuel your brain without the crash. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but not all breakfasts are created equal, especially when it comes to memory. Many common breakfast foods spike your blood sugar, then leave your brain foggy and tired by mid-morning. What your brain needs is steady, sustained energy, not a sugar roller coaster. Studies have shown that seniors who maintain stable blood sugar throughout the day perform better on memory and cognition tests. Why? Because your brain runs primarily on glucose, and when blood sugar is too high or too low, it disrupts cognitive processing. To protect your brain, avoid sugary cereals, white bread, and breakfast pastries. Instead, opt for high-fiber, protein-rich options like oatmeal with flax seeds and blueberries, Greek yogurt with walnuts, eggs with whole grain toast and avocado. These choices help maintain glycemic stability, meaning your brain gets the fuel it needs without the fog that follows a sugar crash. You'll feel sharper, more alert, and more likely to remember where you put those glasses. Next up, a habit that rewires your brain while you sleep, and it's free, silent, and incredibly powerful. Number 5. Deep sleep, where memories are made. If you're not sleeping well after 60, you're not just tired, you're missing out on one of the most critical brain-boosting habits of all. Sleep is where your brain cleans house, sorts memories, and repairs connections. During deep sleep, your brain performs a kind of neurological housekeeping through a process called the glymphatic system, which flushes out waste proteins, some of which have been linked to Alzheimer's disease. Researchers at the National Institutes of Health have shown that seniors who get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep have significantly better memory retention and lower risk of cognitive decline than those with chronic sleep deprivation or disrupted sleep. To get better brain-protecting sleep, maintain a consistent bedtime and wake time even on weekends. Keep the room dark, quiet, and cool. Avoid caffeine late in the day, and limit screen time an hour before bed. Consider a relaxing bedtime routine, reading, light stretching, or calming herbal teas. Sleep isn't just rest, it's restoration. And without it, even the best habits can't do their job. Now that we've explored the positive brain-boosting habits you should embrace, it's just as important to talk about what you might need to reconsider. Some daily routines, things we often do without a second thought, could be slowly working against your brain's ability to store and recall information. Here are 3 memory-sabotaging habits seniors should approach with caution or eliminate altogether. First on our caution list, prolonged sitting, starving your brain of what it needs. Most people don't realize this, but long periods of sitting can do more than just stiffen your joints. It can actually affect the way your brain functions. Prolonged sitting leads to reduced circulation, which means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your brain. Studies have found that people who sit for long periods without interruption show reduced thickness in brain regions related to memory, including the medial temporal lobe. Even if you exercise once a day, hours of uninterrupted sitting can still be harmful. What your brain needs is consistent circulation throughout the day. What can you do? Stand up every 45 minutes. Even a minute or two of light movement helps. Consider a walking phone call or stretching during TV commercials. Try a simple seated pedal exerciser if mobility is limited. Don't underestimate movement. It keeps your brain nourished and alert. Second on our caution list, skipping meals, the hidden stressor on your brain. Many seniors fall into the habit of skipping meals, either unintentionally or as a way to manage weight. But for your brain, especially after 60, going too long without fuel can backfire. When your blood sugar drops too low, your brain's access to glucose, its main energy source, is disrupted. This can lead to brain fog, irritability, and impaired memory formation. Over time, frequent fluctuations in blood sugar can contribute to insulin resistance, which researchers now associate with higher risks of Alzheimer's and dementia. Breakfast is particularly important. We already discussed what to eat, but not eating at all can be worse than eating imperfectly. Here's what to keep in mind. If your appetite is low in the morning, start small. A boiled egg, a few almonds, or half a banana. Keep snacks like trail mix, hard-boiled eggs, or protein shakes on hand for busy or forgetful days. Focus on balanced nutrition, a mix of protein, healthy fat, and complex carbs. Skipping meals might seem harmless, but your brain notices the absence long before you do. Third on our caution list, multitasking, training your brain to forget. We live in a world that rewards multitasking, checking email while eating, flipping channels while talking on the phone, scrolling while listening to the news. But here's the shocker. Your brain can't truly multitask. It can only switch rapidly between tasks, and that comes with a cost. Research shows that multitasking reduces working memory capacity and increases the likelihood of forgetfulness. Over time, constantly shifting attention may train your brain to become more distractible and less able to form strong memory links. This is especially concerning for seniors, as the brain becomes less efficient at task switching with age. To protect your memory, practice single tasking. Fully complete one task before moving to the next. Turn off background noise or screens when you're reading, cooking, or writing. Try the 5-3-1 rule. 5 minutes of undivided attention on a task, 3 deep breaths, and one task only. Multitasking might feel efficient, but for your brain, it's a fast road to forgetfulness. The shocking truth. Brain games might not help you remember what matters most. You've probably heard that puzzles, games, and apps like Sudoku or Lumosity are great for memory. But here's the twist. While these can improve your ability to play the game itself, they don't necessarily help your memory in everyday life. This is known as the transfer problem. According to neuroscience research, many brain games increase skill in that narrow task. But the benefits often don't translate to remembering where you left your phone or what your granddaughter told you yesterday. That doesn't mean they're bad. They can be fun and mentally stimulating. But if your goal is real-world memory support, focus on habits that strengthen your brain holistically. Movement, sleep, diet, mindfulness. Those are the tools that build lasting brain resilience, not just faster reaction times on a screen. Let's take a step back for a moment. The truth is, memory loss after 60 isn't something you're doomed to face. It's something you can proactively defend against. And it's not about radical overhauls or expensive treatments. It's about making small, strategic choices each day that add up over time. You've now seen 5 powerful habits you can embrace to strengthen and preserve your memory. 1. Daily walking to keep blood flowing to your brain. 2. Omega-3s to rebuild and protect brain cells. 3. Mindfulness to sharpen your attention and reduce stress. 4. Balanced breakfasts that fuel your brain without the crash. 5. Consistent quality sleep to allow your brain to repair and sort memories. And just as importantly, you've learned about 3 habits to avoid. Sitting too long, which starves your brain of oxygen. Skipping meals, which disrupts the energy your brain depends on. Multitasking, which fractures focus and weakens memory retention. Plus, that surprising insight, brain games are great, but they're no substitute for real-life brain care. Here's the big idea. Your brain wants to stay sharp. God designed it to heal, rewire, and grow. Yes, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. But it needs your cooperation. Every time you choose to move instead of sit, eat a memory-supportive meal, or quiet your mind instead of juggling distractions, you're telling your brain, you matter. I'm still investing in you. And that kind of message, it makes all the difference. Maybe you've already noticed some memory lapses. Maybe you've been worried about a loved one, or even yourself. You are not alone. And more importantly, you are not powerless. Science is showing us that cognitive decline is not just a normal part of aging, it's a path we can often redirect with the right habits. And it's never too late to begin. Think about this. What if tomorrow you started your day with a nourishing breakfast, took a 20-minute walk, and gave yourself 5 minutes of quiet mindfulness? What if you did that every day this week? That's not just prevention, that's transformation. You're not trying to become someone else. You're giving your brain the support it needs to become its strongest version of you. We want to hear from you. What's one brain-healthy habit you're already doing or ready to try? Drop it in the comments below. Let's encourage each other. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. There's nothing more powerful than knowledge, especially when it's shared with love. This is Stronger After 60, reminding you that age is just a number, but your choices, they shape everything. Stay strong, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next one.